Hello, it's been a while since I posted or I made a video. I've been doing some New Year's resolution, yes, and I needed time to myself. But before we start, let's pray. As I was doing my New Year's resolution, God put it in my heart to share this, what I'm going to share. But before we start, let's pray. Thank you, dear Heavenly Father, for this great day. Thank you for your mercies and thank you for your goodness. And as we begin, Father Lord, grant us understanding. Speak to each one of us that which you desire for us to receive out of this message. Remove familiarity from us, Father Lord. And as we appear before you, Father Lord, may we go from glory to glory and from grace to grace. Grant us understanding. May we decrease, Father Lord, so that you may increase. And Father Lord, open our eyes so that we'll be able to see, Father Lord. Open our understanding, Father Lord, and open to us your word. And as we begin, Father Lord, may the hearing of your word build in us faith and bring understanding to our spirit, and speak to our hearts words that cannot be altered. In Jesus' mighty name we pray as we believe. Amen. So, as I was preparing my 2025 resolution, I don't call it resolution, I normally call it vision. God put it in my heart I should share some vision. We'll look at Proverbs 29 verse 18. It says, Proverbs 29 verse 18, it says, where there is no revelation, the people cast off restraint, but happy is he who keeps the law. It always says, there is another version that says, where there is no vision, the people are destroyed, but happy is he who keeps the law. So, where there is no vision, sense of direction, the people lose their self-control. Yani everything becomes permissible to them. And another one, it goes like this: without a revelation of God's will, mankind is set for destruction due to ignorance. Your fulfillment and happiness depends on your comprehension of God's word and finding revelation. But blessed is he who finds the will of God. So, what is vision? We said we're discussing about vision. Vision is a desired future. Where you see yourself in future. Sense of direction. Vision can be a desired future, where you see yourself, sense of direction. If you don't have a plan for your life, someone else does, and I can guarantee it's not for your good. If you don't have a plan for your life, if you don't have a vision for your life, somebody else has a vision for your life. If you can make lists for going to the supermarket, if you can make lists, why not make of the things that you desire? Why not make a list of the things that you desire for your life as a person? We are putting like shopping list is important than our life. Our life is important. The same way we do for shopping list. You put shopping list so that we can know what the things that we need to buy, the things that we don't need in our life, the things that are not good for us or for that particular season. And sometimes shopping list helps us to know the amount of money we need or the amount of money we are willing to spend. And then also shopping list for us, it normally helps us to what? When you go to the supermarket, shopping list gives you control. You are in control because you know the things that I've written here is the things that I want, and the things that I desire, and the things that are useful. Other things, yes, they have visual appeal. They are looking good, but it's not the things that I desire. So 2020, now we are in date 16. Someone who's writing the vision and the goals for their life, they should start now before January 1st, because we are writing vision for 2026 and 2025 is already finished. So you just take maybe 3 days, you do prayer and fasting. It's not a must to do the fast, or you can do 6 to 6, or just even I don't mean that you don't need to fast. You can fast if you are able to. You know, some people are under medication, maybe they're pregnant or something. But if you are willing, just fast, because the moment your flesh is weak, your spirit is strong. You can hear from God clearly. So you pray and fast and you ask God what he needs, what is going to do for you in 2026, what he wants from you in 2026. So 2026, you have to take it personal. You have to take 2026 personal. If you don't have a plan for your life, somebody else has a plan for your life. If you don't have a plan for your finances, the government has a plan for your finances. The advertisement company, the salespeople have a plan for your money. They are making designs and things that they will appeal to you. And if you don't have a plan and you don't know what you need, you will just be pursued maybe by emotion and you go for it. So, importance of vision. You have said vision. Vision is a desired future, what you see yourself, and a sense of direction. Vision tells you this is the way that you should go. Because if you know where you want to go, if I know where I want to go, I will know which road to take. Not that I don't know where I want to go. Any road is permissible for me. I can take any road because I don't know where I want to go and where I need to arrive, like that. So, importance of vision. It motivates and it's a driving force in everything you do. It motivates and it becomes a driving force in everything you do. Even the little things, you'll just be saying like, the things that I desire, even just the smallest things, it's for your vision. It's for your vision. It regulates what and who you entertain. Vision will choose your friend, places you go, the types of entertainment you engage in. Vision regulates what and who you entertain. It regulates because if you know where you want to go, you'll know the people that are needed in your life. You'll know the things that the type of entertainment that you need to be engaging in. You'll know also the places that you need to go. If someone, for instance, is a recovering addict, and they've gone to rehab and they've come out of rehab, they know and their vision is to stay sober. They will not go to a bar because they know their vision is to stay sober. And they will not have friends who are drinking because their vision is to stay sober. And they will not be in like, for instance, entertainment. Like, even you can just watch a movie and you get the desire of wanting to drink. Okay, somebody who has a vision, like, for instance, it's not always negative. Like, for instance, you have a vision that one day you'll be speaking to kings or something. You'll not have friends who just speak anyhow. You want to be speaking to people who are building. At the same time, you're even speaking just normal things, maybe like football or something. But at the same time, you're speaking to them. They're giving you something to think about. It's not just speaking anyhow. And the entertainments that you watch will be the things that you engage in, the places that you go. You get me? Then and the entertainment you engage in. We'll go and look at 1 Corinthians 6:12. It says, 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 12, it says, all things are lawful for me, but all things are not helpful. All things are lawful for me, but I will not be brought under power of any. Like, when you have a vision, you know the people that are for you in your life. And when you have a vision, you know the places that you need to go and the things that you need to engage in. Some things are not bad, but because of the vision that you have, you'll get to a point whereby you say, like, no. For instance, we are going back to the shopping list. You want to make pilau. You not go and buy like what can I say there? You not go and buy maybe tomato, because you know pilau does not require. I know some pilau there are people who put tomato, but you will know that what I want. You're not trying to make kachumbari, you are trying to make pilau. So you know that something like tomato is not required in my pilau. So you not go and buy and you not go and buy tomato. Is tomato bad? Tomato is not bad. If you are making a stew, you need tomato. You get me? So it's not only that it will regulate it will regulate what and who you entertain. It's not only that you regulate the bad things, it will also regulate the things that you don't require at that particular time. You get me? And then another one, vision produces endurance in hardship and uncomfortable season. Vision produces endurance in hardship and in uncomfortable seasons. We look at Hebrews chapter 12 verse 1 to 2. Hebrews 12 verse 1 to 2, it says, therefore we also, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witness, let us lay aside every weight and the sins which easily entangles us, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, looking unto Jesus, the author and the finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him, endured the cross, despising the shame, and has sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Here it's giving an example of the endurance that Jesus had to go through. For the joy that was set before him, the joy was to win humanity, to be able to be united to God. That was the joy that first of all he saw. He endured the cross. He did not give up in the middle. He endured. So vision produces endurance. When you see the future that you want, you'll tell yourself, this is just for a season. I'm going to reach there. It gives you like the joy. Yes, you're going through something, but you are going through hardship at this particular time. But because of the vision that you have already seen, the things that you have already set out to achieve, you become encouraged to move. You will not give up. And then John 13, chapter 13, verse 3. John 13, verse 3, it says, where can I see? Jesus knowing that the Father had given all things into his hands, and that he had come from God and was going to God. Jesus knew that the only way he will go back to God is through the cross. So he was able to endure it. So vision gives us the ability to endure even in hard seasons and in uncomfortable seasons. Then another one, vision becomes your time manager. Vision will dictate how you use your time. When you have a vision, you will know how to manage your time. You know like, this is what I need with my time. This is what I need to do with my time. You'll become a good manager of your time. You're a good steward. Like for instance, maybe you are in school, your vision is to pass that exam. You know that I can enjoy some bit of entertainment, but I need to go back to my books. I need to research. I need to learn more, to understand more. So it becomes a time manager. Vision becomes a time manager. We'll go to John chapter 9, verse 4 to 5. This is Jesus speaking. He says, I must work the works of him who sent me while it is day. The night is coming when no man can walk. As long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. You know, Jesus lived, he died a young man. He was a young man. He died at 33 years. And his ministry was only for 3.5 years. Imagine 3.5 years, and still the years that he has been here, like 2,000 years ago, 2,000 years that he died. Imagine the effect of him managing his time well and knowing that he doesn't have all time to do all things, so that he knows that I don't have time to do all things, but the things that I'm required to do, I will do it, and I will do it on time. He was able to impact 12, he was able to impact 72, and then they spread the message until now that we the generations that have come, maybe 20 or even 30 some generation after, we are enjoying of the benefit of a man managing his time well, understanding that he must walk the works that he must walk the works of him who sent him, and knowing that he doesn't have that much time, he needs to manage time. By the way, we don't have much time. Approximately we are living maybe 120 years, and like for instance, someone like me, if I minus my years to 120, I don't have that much time. I can't be involved in everything. But the things that I'm sent to do, I will do it diligent during the time that I have. Like we all have 24 hours, but how you manage that 24 hours depends on the vision that you have. If you don't manage it well, maybe you sleep, you just walk around, you loiter, you gossip, busybody, it's because you don't have a vision. But if you have a vision, even those things that you're doing, even to sleep, sometimes you feel weird sleep. Yes, we know you have to sleep, but you feel weird sleeping like extra hours, maybe sleeping like 12 hours or sleeping like waking up until 10, because there is something that is within you. There is a place that you have seen yourself to be in future, the platform that you see yourself standing in, that you say like, I can't sleep. There is a mission that is calling within me. So vision becomes our time manager. And we say vision dictates your values, priority. It dictates how you behave and what standards you should live by. It pricks your lifestyle. Vision dictates your values, what you value. It also dictates your priorities. Not everything will be a priority in your life. It dictates how you behave. Like if I want, for instance, my vision is to be a woman of God, a woman after God's own heart. There is some things that I will not engage in. It's not that I'm judging or anything, but there are just some things that I will not engage in, because that's not me. That's not the lifestyle that I want. You get me? So vision detects your values, priority. It dictates how you behave and what standards you should live by. It picks your lifestyle. You can't say that you want to have like God has, you know one thing about vision, you are seeing it. It hasn't yet come to pass. You are seeing it, and when you see it, you have to work to, not by the strength of the flesh, you have to work it in partnership with God so that you make it come to pass. If you want something that has already happened, that's not a vision. God doesn't work like that. He will show you, like even in the story of Abraham, he showed him the stars. Abraham was saying, when God appeared to him, I'll not go there. When God appeared to him and he told him, appeared to him, and when he talked to him, and then Abraham said to him, what will you give me since I got childless? I don't have a child. And God called him out, like in other words, alimtoa yo mentality yenye alikuwa nayo, akamwita nje. Then he showed him the stars. And when Abraham was able to see the stars, and then God told him, your descendants will be as many as the stars. He saw, but he didn't experience it. By that time, he was not even with the son who was, he did not even yet have, he did not even have yet Isaac. He did not have even have Isaac, and he did not even have Ishmael by that time. He for himself, he was old and his wife was barren, but he saw what God was showing him, and then it came to pass. He only had one child. He had the other children, but according to the promise, he only had one child. And truly, us, we are the children of Abraham. He saw us, but he was not able to see us physically, but he saw us in the eyes of his heart, the spiritual eyes. Forgive me for my pronunciation. I'm still learning, but I know we are understanding. Even me, I'm understanding. I'm enjoying this. I don't know why I'm enjoying this. I'm really enjoying it. I was afraid that at the beginning. Okay, let's continue. Okay. Vision creates faith, which brings hope and energy to push. Vision creates faith. Like when Abraham was shown the stars, he was able to believe in God. Even they say that even in when this man Paul was speaking about Abraham, he said that Abraham saw, and when he saw, he had that faith to believe that, oh, truly God can do this. So vision creates faith. Most of the vision that God gives you, it's something that you, even in your own strength, you are saying, this is not possible. But it brings you to a place whereby God is bringing you out of, Abraham was brought out so that you'll be able to see. It brings you out of your current state so that you'll be able to see how God sees. You are just seeing yourself like a house help at that particular time, but God is showing you even things that you can't explain to people. Even yourself, you're saying like, why are you believing this? But at the end of the day, it brings that God faith. You believe in it. And after you have believed in it and you begin to imagine it and you begin to act as how God has told you. Abraham began to act, because even the name Abraham means the father of many, father of nation. It means like that. Even his name changed, and when he changed and he came to a posture whereby he was believing and he had faith, and he changed. That's why he became a father of many. You get me? So vision builds faith, and that faith brings hope, and then that hope, it brings energy to push. You begin to act as how God has shown you. God has shown you that you'll stand in places that even you yourself you don't imagine. You'll begin to act that. You'll begin to look for books. You begin to read, and you say one day, I'll be standing on places, and I need to have that mindset. I need to have the things that I can speak to people. I don't want to go there and embarrass myself. You begin like that, and then when you are in your room, you just feel like there is this sensation that comes upon you. You just feel, and then you say, I need to, you just stand in your room and you begin to speak to people, invisible people. But that's faith. Imagine, you begin to imagine. You begin to imagine. So vision brings faith. So vision helps eliminate excuses, procrastination, and eliminate all possible exits. Having a vision remove excuses, remove procrastination, and eliminates all possible exits. It's like, you know that you need to go, like, I'm in a different country, I can't explain to you like how to put it, but for instance, you're in Kenya and you know you need to go to town, and there is only one way to go to town. There are many ways to go to town, but God has shown that this one way is what I want you to pass through. You will eliminate all these other ways. You will go through the way that God has told you. You will remove procrastination, and you will remove all excuses. You get me? Vision frustrates the enemy. When you get this vision, let me tell you, you get this vision, Satan is mad. He's mad because you have seen what God wants you to be. He's mad. So by all means, he'll frustrate you. He'll bring obstacles. He'll bring a lot of obstacles. But because you have God, God will give you strength. So vision frustrates the enemy. Vision again creates our imagination. What we imagine. You know, when you imagine negativity, they say, as a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. When you imagine negativity and you wonder why your life is full of negativity, it's because you are thinking with it and you are partnering with Satan in your mind to bring negativity into your life. But when you partner with God in your mind, you see, even in Ephesians 3:20, it says, let me go to it first. It's Ephesians 3:20, it says, now to him who is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we ask and think. It says more than we ask and think. My favorite pastor, Apostle Joshua Selman, normally says that you pray, as you pray with your mouth, also your mind is praying, your thought and your imagination are praying. You might be saying, God, I need healing, but in your mind you say, you have started already to prepare your funeral. So your mind and your heart has to be together. Even in serving God, your mind and your heart has to be together. So vision creates imagination. You begin just to imagine, hey, this life that God has shown me, this what, like that. And then you begin to pray, you begin to prepare, and then God brings it to pass. You get me? Then vision gives birth to mission, which is goals. If you have vision, like for instance, you say like you want to study the whole Bible within 1 year. Maybe you say like my vision is to study the whole Bible before the end of 2026 to finish. Then goals comes in the sense that you now decide like, what will I do so that to make this one possible? You realize that you need a plan. You go to Google, you search. Then after you go to Google, you say, I need a Bible. Those are goals. You begin to find the Bible. Then another goal, you say like, I need time. I will create time. Maybe I'll leave online early. Maybe before 9 I leave, and then I do my Bible study maybe from 9 to 1 a.m. And God is seeing your steps. So vision gives birth to mission, which is also called goals. So mission or goals, steps you take in obedience to God in fulfillment of the vision he gave you. You know, here we are always discussing about God. This my page is about God, so you will have to get used to it. It's about God. So mission and goals is steps you take in obedience to God in fulfillment of the vision he gave you. So mission or goals are the steps that you take to fulfill the vision that God has given you. Okay, so goal setting for 2026. I said that you are in the 16th of December. You have approximately 14 days. Is it 14 days? Maybe 15 days before January 1st. But by somebody who's diligent will finish it before even the 25th of Christmas, so that you will just be relaxing, and you know, the new year I'm starting with new goals. So goal setting for 2026. What you need to know in 2026, you need to partner with God. You can't do it all alone. You can't do it all alone. Like even when Jesus met Peter, he had toiled all night. You can toil, you can have the vision, you can have the goals, the things that you need to do. But if you're doing it alone, it's not long lasting. Like when Jesus met with Peter, he had toiled all night and he didn't have anything. But when Jesus came into the situation, he told him, cast it to the left side, and immediately his fishing net was full, even for himself to carry. He had to call others to carry. So you need Jesus. This coming new year, you need Jesus. And if you have not given your life to Jesus, now is the time. This 2026 is the year that you need to be serious with God, because you have to partner with God. There is a lot of things outside this world, but for us, we said in this group we are going to partner with God. So in 2026 you need to partner with God. So Psalms 37 verse 4. Psalms 37 4, it says, delight yourself also in the Lord, and he shall give you the desires of your heart. Delight yourself also in the Lord, and he shall give you the desires of your heart. What this means is delighting in the Lord is aligning, surrendering yourself to God, God's will for you, and he will reveal the true desires that are in your heart. Not God that he will give you the desires of your heart. He will reveal the true desires that are in your heart, the things that bring for your fulfillment. Most of the time we desire things because we see people with them, or we desire things because society tells us by 25 somebody must be married, by 25 somebody must have made it, by 25 they're just giving us pressure and pressure and pressure and pressure. But with God there is no pressure. It's a gentle spirit. So when you delight yourself, you surrender yourself and you align yourself to God, He will give you the desires of your heart. He will tell you, yes, there is marriage for you, but not now, because of the mindset of the family that you have come from. Yes, you're 25, don't rush into marriage, but because of the mindset that you have come from your family, that marriage will fail. Let's work on your mindset. It's not that I don't want you to get married. You will get married, you will marry, but because of the mindset, because of the situation that you saw in your house, the dynamics that you saw, I need to work on you. So we don't follow society. For us, we surrender ourselves to God's will and aligning ourselves. So 2026, we are going to align with God. So I said most of our heart desires is because we see somebody else with it, or we want to prove a point. Yes, sometimes you want to prove a point. But aligning oneself to God's will gives God a chance to shift through the carnal desires. Yes, sometimes the desires are godly, the desires like marriage. There is nothing wrong with the marriage. There is nothing wrong with having prosperity, riches. There is nothing wrong with that. But God will come and shift it and say, like, this prosperity that you want, this money that you want like this is because you want to prove a point. Let's work on this proving a point. This is a child you didn't have enough as growing up. You want to prove a point. Let's heal this one so that when that money comes to you, you will not be destroyed by it. So God gives chances to shift through the carnal desires and reveal to us what will bring us joy and fulfillment. Sometimes the little things is what they bring us. It brings us the fulfillment. But because the society tells us you have to have big things. Some people have gone to study big careers because they were told this is maybe the one that will give you money, or the one that will bring you something like fame or like that. But for you, maybe even in your heart, you just know that there is this something. I want to be a teacher. I want to be around children. But because they've told you like teaching is not good, you go along with them, and at the end of the day you find yourself that you're not fulfilled in the big things that you went after. So God shifts through and tells you, like, after He shifts your desires, and then He sees the ones that are good and godly, and then He gives it to you. It tells you this is what you desire. Okay, this is what will bring joy to you. This is what will bring fulfillment. It's not what society says. So Proverbs 19:21. Proverbs 19:21, it says, there are many plans in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the Lord's counsel will stand. There are many plans. We have many plans. We have already planned our future, everything. But at the end of the day, it's God's plans which prevail. If we allow Him and we align to His will, it will be God's plans which prevail. Another one is John chapter 1 verse 3. John chapter 1 verse 3, it says, all things were made through him, and without him nothing was made that has been made. This one, it says, partnering with God enables us what we achieve to last, because only through God can anything alive, glorious destiny be made. We don't build something and try to bring God to bless it, because He will not bless what you have built. He will not bless what you have built. He will only bless that which we build in Him. Get me? If we build in Him, like partnering with Him. God will not invite God to build for us our empire. Oh, God can bless this empire of ours. No, we build God's empire, God's kingdom. You get me? So Psalm 127 verse 1, it says Psalm 127 verse 1, it says, unless the Lord builds the house, they labor in vain who build it. Unless the Lord guards the city, the watchmen stay awake in vain. Unless God's build a house, those that labor, they labor in vain. So it says one builds his house on a Matthew chapter 20, I'll just paraphrase, is Matthew 7:24 to 27. It says that people that build on Jesus' teaching are those that build their house on a rock. When the wind came, when the storm came, and when the tempest came, it stood because they had built it on a solid foundation. But those that don't hear this word and they don't build upon it are like those who build their empires and their things on sand. When the wind came, the storm came, the rain came, it was destroyed because their foundation was faulty from the beginning. So anything we build, you have to build it with God, in partnership with God. So one builds his house on Jesus as a foundation. All calamity comes, his life was preserved. Another builds his house on his own terms, and calamity comes, his life is crushed because it does not have backing. So we are going to look at writing it down. There is no way that you can have a vision and you don't write it down. You have to write it down. The good thing about a vision, you have to write it down. In the mind is not a vision. You have to put it on paper. And I prefer someone writing it, not typing it in the phone. Write it down. Look for paper. Look for an A4 book. It's cheap. Look for an A4 book. It's not a must to have it's called what? Diary. It's not a must to have a diary. Just look for an A4 paper. Begin to write there your vision and the goals that you need to, the steps that you need to take to achieve that vision. For 2026, you have 1 year now. We are going to see the sections that you need to work on. But let's look at Habbakuk chapter 2 verse 2 to 3. Habbakuk 2 verse 2 to 3 says, then the Lord answered me and said, write the vision down and make it plain on tablets, that he may run who reads it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak, and it will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it surely come to pass. It will not tarry. Then it's here, Habbakuk, writing it or putting it on paper. The act can be transformative and mind-opening. Making it plain means it should be straightforward and simple and understandable. Even a 2-year-old can read it and understand. Not just to you, but to others. It speaks of the end results of what you want to achieve. Like you write it, it's transformative. Even in the psychology, they say that writing down helps. It really helps. For writing it down is a way of committing to yourself. That's the first thing. And also you can check your progress against what you had already write down. In the mind, you will not remember all things, so you're writing it down is good, and it's understandable. Make it simple. Like, it's not a must to use big English. If you see mine, you laugh, but it's mine. It's mine because I'm writing it the way I understand. For I understand in questions. I write everything in questions. I ask myself questions. You'll find I have asked question and I have wrote down what I want. Like, make it simple that even a 2-year-old can read and say, this is the vision of this particular person. It's not a must to write big English, you'd search dictionary. No, like, just simple, and make it plain. Like, let it explain it. Don't just say, I want money. By the way, that's carnality. Like, I want God's way of money, like prosperity. Then you begin to write it. Like, if I have this money, what will I do with this money? Well, how will I manage this money? The things that I need to do to achieve this money. Maybe I need to go for another certificate. Maybe I need to go for another certification to increase my value and my potential so that I will make more money. Those type of things. Write it. Find papers. Even if you are writing it, like you write for like 20 pages, it's yours. Put it somewhere. You'll be checking it. Then what else? Yes. So will not prove false. It says a vision that is from God will always come to pass. The problem is not God, but we refuse to partner with God to bring it to pass here on earth. Because with God, by the way, in heaven already, before that vision, before that idea comes to your mind, God has already settled it in heaven that this thing should happen. Is either it will happen with you or it will happen with another person. Have you ever seen that you have gotten an idea and then you delay it and then you see another person doing it? Because God saw you're not serious, and then He gave it to another person. So Matthew chapter 6 verse 10, it says 6 verse 10, Matthew 6:10, it says, your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. In heaven already is settled. That degree that you want, that lifestyle that you want, that idea that God has put it in your heart, it's already settled. God has already settled it, but to bring it to be done on earth, it needs you. It needs your participation. And also we are going to look at Job chapter 38 verse 33. Job 38 verse 33, it says, do you know the ordinance of heaven? Can you set their dominion over the earth? Do you know the will of God in heaven? Do you know the rules of dominion? Can you set it upon the earth? Because already it's settled in heaven. Psalms 119 verse 89, it says, forever, O Lord, your word is settled in heaven. His word is already settled in heaven. So areas of goal setting this 2026. All this I was just so that you can be able to get this one, of which this one will be short. So the first area is spiritual goals. You have to have goals spiritual. Maybe like you say, like you want to be a member of a church this 2026. What do you need to put in place so that you'll be able to be a member of church? Wake up early, dress, prepare your clothes the previous day so that you'll be able to get in church on time. Avoid offenses. Let it not be that when you go to church and then there is a small offense, because you are not perfect, and there is a small offense, you said, I will not go to church. You had already made a commitment to yourself, you will go to church. Another one is giving your life to Christ. You say, like, even it's not, don't wait until 2026 to give your life to Christ. You can give your life to Christ today. And also maybe you say, like, I want to understand God, I want to know God. You begin. You don't say just I want to know God. It will not come to you like that. You have to pursue the knowledge of God. You pray about it and you ask God, how should I go about this? How should I build my knowledge about you, about your kingdom, about you the individual, God himself? How do I do that? Those are the type of things that you have to do. Also that maybe you need to prayer, spiritual. Maybe you say, like, I need to be consistent in my prayer. What do I need to put in place? I need to not be online all the time. I need to set time aside. Like maybe I'll be waking up at 3 a.m. Maybe at 3 in the afternoon I'll be doing my prayer. And when 3 p.m. comes or 3 a.m. comes, whether you feel it or you don't feel it, because you've already made a commitment to yourself, you wake up and you pray. So spiritual goal is about your relationship with God, knowing him and his ways. Okay, so like that. And then you have to be committed, by the way, like by the end of the year. Like for me, I did like that since 2023, beginning of 2023 January. I said by the end of the year 2023 I want to have studied the entire Bible. I studied the entire Bible. I went to Google and I searched the yearly plan for studying the Bible. I didn't have the Bible, and I prayed to God and I told him, God, I don't have a Bible. And truly, by even before January 1st, God had provided for me a Bible. I began reading. At the end of 2023, I was reading, but I didn't have revelation. I didn't have like Rhema word or anything, but I had studied the Bible. I was consistent. I'll tell you, I missed a couple of times, and I've done that since, I'm not bragging, but I've done that since 2023, 2024, and 2025. I've missed a lot of, not a lot, but some days I've missed, but consistency is key. Consistency is key. I've missed a lot of days, but today I was supposed to read Genesis and I missed, maybe because of work, I was tired. The next day I'll make sure that I've finished first what I was supposed to read yesterday, so that I'll read for today. That's how we do it. So spiritual goals, then physical goal, talks of your health and wellness, talks of your dressing, your outward appearance, rest and recovery. Like, what do you need? Like, if you are overweight, what do you need? You need to sign up to a gym. You need to, I don't have money to sign up to a gym. I can walk, I can run. We said that vision helps you to remove all excuses. I can walk, I can run. Imagine there is in the ghetto, there is a lot of, you don't need to go even to exercise. There is this tumor. You will just be doing exercise because your vision is to lose weight. And if it's to gain weight, like me, I want to gain weight because I keep losing weight. I want to gain weight. What will I do? I will have to force myself to eat. Even when I don't feel like eating, I will have to force myself to eat. I don't put my stress upon myself. Those are the type of things I do. When it's time to eat, it's time to eat. Physical, like going for exercise. So, and also rest and recovery. There are times I will have just to put my phone down and say, like, I said that my sleep time is like this. I put my phone down, I sleep. So you put your goals. I will not be able to explain to you how your goals, but I will tell you to search ear compass. Is YEARCOMPASS, ear compass. It will direct you on these things. Then financial goals, being a good steward of the resources God has provided for you. Financial goals. To be debt free by the end of the year, to have saved, to have built an emergency fund. What do you need to put in place? You don't need to be wasting money buying things. The things, even sometimes you don't need it. You don't need an upgrade on your iPhone. Your iPhone is good. Maybe if it's not working, you don't need it. Sometimes vision tells you that do you really need this phone? Do you really need this one? Or is it because that it is trending to be debt free, meaning that I have to live below my means? I don't have to exceed my means. Yes, they are doing it, but you don't know their salary. You are comparing yourself to somebody who is getting maybe twice your salary. Maybe their parents are providing for them. You don't know. Or they are okay with the debt, but because if you are not okay with that, for me, I'm not okay with that. I have to be diligent. Another one is to these groups that they put you inside. These groups that maybe like weddings like that. Yes, if you don't have that particular time, just explain to them, for me now, I don't have money. It's not that you don't have money. Yes, your money is already planned with. If next time I will contribute to it. But if I don't have now, yes, it's okay. But sometimes you need to contribute. I'm not saying that you become stingy, but sometimes you have to know where you are at. If you're trying to get out of debt, it's okay. Just tell them, for now I don't have, but if I find, I'll give it to you. You get me? So we have said spiritual goals, physical goals, financial goals, mental and intellectual goals. Involve a person's ability to think and to understand ideas and information. So here there is academic goals. If somebody is in school, you don't need, if friends are keeping you from becoming who you are, cut them off. It's not a must you have those friends, because you know where you want to be. For me, my goal in school was to not only to finish Form 4, but to pass the Form 4 exam. Then learning new skills. For now, I have registered to learn public speaking. It's a bit expensive, but I registered. But if you don't have the money, There is YouTube. I told you YouTube is an university. Is you are not using it well, go search the skill that you need. If you need to learn, you need to bake, go search what do you need to bake, and you will learn. I don't have a oven. How do you make cakes on normal jiko? It's because you don't want to use this YouTube is free, let me tell you. Just you have to find data. So mastering the skills that you already have, also mastering your talents and gift, finding productive hobbies, and read books. I'll repeat, read books. You have to think, this your mind. If you don't give it something to think, you become, they say don't something like that. You don't have value when you go to places to speak, or you are speaking with fellow people. They don't understand you. But if, for instance, you have something you have built on yourself, it's not that you will be showing off. It just naturally, you just be speaking and people will be listening because you have built on yourself. And then another one is emotional intelligence. For me, I've put it aside. Like it will have been together with the mental, but for me, I've put it aside, so because of my needs. Yes. So emotional intelligence. So emotional goals are the objective you set to move yourself towards a specific emotional state or emotional regulation. For me, it's people pleasing. That's the goal for this new year. And then also to be more assertive but kind, and also to work on my healing from the past abuses. I've decided, like, I really need to heal, because not all the time that I'll be thinking about it I want to cry. And also another one is, for me, emotional is I want to learn how to cry. It's funny, but that's what I want to do, because if I don't cry, and when that emotion comes, I am weak. Like when it comes, the time that it comes at an awkward moment, I begin to cry. You get it? And also not to carry people burden. An empathic person is empathic or something. I'm like that. I feel people's emotion. When you come to me with a problem, I feel your emotions. And then when I feel your emotion, the problem with that, I begin to carry it. I might be happy. I don't mean that feeling other people's emotion is bad, but for me, it puts me in a state which is not good. So these ones are the things that you need to focus. Spiritual goal, you need to set spiritual. You need to set physical goals. You need to set financial goals, mental and intellectual goals, and emotional intelligence.